miracles in Jesus' life. You have your scriptures with you, I hope.
Yeah.
All right, miracles. One of the things that characterized Jesus' ministry certainly was miracles. There were 37 miracles that are found in the Gospels in Jesus' life. 37 of them. Okay, these miracles can go, I'm going to talk about 4 reasons why miracles were given, or the purpose of miracles, and then talk about the different categories of miracles, and then out of those 37 miracles, how many was under each category. So let's start off with the purposes of miracles. You know, from just the top of you, I've got 4 down. What do you think? Why did Jesus include miracles in his ministry? Reasons that you might come up with.
The testimony.
As a testimony of
himself, of his divine...
himself, that he is the Son of God. Okay? Abby?
Reward people's faith.
To what?
Reward people's faith.
To reward people's faith. All right, that's our number 1. They came because of faith of the people, and there because of their faith. And Jesus would often, at the time of a miracle, would sort of mark the person's faith. And there's no one in all of Israel that has such great faith as you. Okay, yeah, okay. So miracles, Chris.
Confirmation of the prophets.
Okay, confirmation of Old Testament prophets. Okay, Trent or Jake. Jeez, why do I get that?
I don't know.
Jake.
The biggest miracle was to bring us salvation through the atonement.
Okay, so salvation himself. So Jesus, his overall mission, by the time he gets to the end of it, his life himself is marked as a miracle. Jilly.
A lot of the scriptures that he knew the compassion for them.
All right, so he couldn't help himself because of his compassion and love for mankind, and so that he would make someone's life so much better, including a leper, for example.
Fulfillment of prophecy.
Fulfillment of Old Testament prophecy, or Book of Mormon prophecy that was going on as well. Well, I think you've nailed all the ones I have. Number 1, they came by faith. Number 2, to the Jewish mind, they were and should have been convincing evidence of his divine mission. Number 3, the acts of mercy and compassion that brought an inestimable benefit and blessing to the suffering souls that were around him. Could you imagine Jesus turning anyone who came to him with a malady of leprosy or blindness or lame or and Jesus saying,
Wait,
not
you
today.
can hear me if I'm lame?
I've finished with all the miracles I can do today. Jesus, that's just not his makeup, and he was very compassionate. While there's only 37, we believe that is just a small percentage of the miracles that Jesus probably performed in his ministry. We have 37 of them. The 4th one, their occurrences came in accordance with Mosaic utterances of inspired men of former ages. Let's do an example on that one. Let's go in the Book of Mormon to King Benjamin, for example. Let's go to Mosiah 3:5. Who will turn and read from Mosiah chapter 3, verse 5? Sterling has it. Mosiah 3:5.
For behold, the time cometh, and is not far distant, that with power of the Lord omnipotent, who reigneth, who was, and is from all eternity to all eternity, shall come down from heaven among the children of men, and shall dwell in a tabernacle of clay, and shall go forth amongst men, working mighty miracles, such as healing the sick, raising the dead, causing the lame to walk, the blind to receive their sight, and the deaf to hear, incurring all manner of diseases.
All right, so it's pretty clear what he's going to be doing, healing the sick, raising the dead. And so this is King Benjamin in Mosiah 3:5 talking about the future Christ and his mortal ministry. How about Isaiah 53, 4 through 7? Let's do Isaiah 53, and you know this is going to be the suffering servant scripture, but let's read it anyway. Mosiah 53, 4 through 7. Who has that?
I got it.
All right, who has it down? Okay, Daniel.
53, 4 through 7.
Yes.
Okay, surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray, we have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all.
So to bear our griefs and to carry our sorrows would be performing miracles, wouldn't it? That's how he succored the children around him, how he helped them in their individual life. Now, my good friend named Judd King, that I've known for a long time, he's a seminary man, had a set of twins. And at the time of birth, as the second one came out, they used forceps. And unfortunately, he suffered brain damage from then on out. To see these two brothers grow up together, and one being perfectly fine, and the other one had been injured at the time of birth, it's been hard for Lori and Judd. There's one thing that Judd and Lori have prayed about was for a miracle. If anybody deserved to have a miracle, and anyone who had faith that the priesthood could bring the miracle, they did. They've lived all their life now and watched their other son go on a mission and the other son not go on a mission. The other son's now married. The other son now lives with them. He needs constant care, and has from the day he was born. Constant care, 24/7. And I think about that family, and I think about what it must mean on the opposite side when a miracle is granted. It would change the king's life. For those that did have the blessing of seeing a miracle performed by Jesus, or yet in this dispensation, there have been miracles that have been equal to Jesus' miracles. One of the great prophets of our 16 prophets who had the gift to heal was Harold B. Lee. You might not know that. You've read the biography on Harold B. Lee. He's raised the dead, he's healed the sick, and he's healed the blind. Why don't you know about those? Same reasons that Jesus didn't tell. All of them aren't in the scripture. Go your way and tell no one. So when Harold B. Lee had performed these miracles, he said, keep it quiet. They don't come out to the biography as written on Harold B. Lee. We have men who are amongst us, our brothers who have healed the sick and performed miracles under the direction of Jesus Christ our Son. So miracles are a manifestation of Jesus' messiahship, of who he was. And they were evident for us now. The 4 categories of miracles. Raise the dead. How many of those? 3. We'll talk about all 3 of them. We've now talked about Jairus, and we have 2 left. Widow of Nain and Lazarus. 2 yet to go. Casting out devils. Of the 37, there were 6 of those. We've talked about a number of casting out devils. 1 will be later on today at cursing. Okay, we talked about Mary Magdalene. 7 demons were cast out of her. The 3rd type of miracles are the power over elements. Of the 37, there were 10 of those. 10 of those. Let's see if we can name them. All 10 of those, because we've talked about most of them. First miracle of Jesus.
Water into wine.
Okay. Name others now.
Tempest.
Calm the tempest in the sea. That's 2. We'll keep track. That's 2.
This is a fishing count?
The fishing, which one?
And
Both
he takes
of
the
them?
coins out of the fish.
That's right. That's 3. Another one on fishing.
The money
Money
out of the...
and the tribute money. That's 4. Walking on water. That's 5.
Fig tree.
Fig tree. That's 6. The what? Centurion. That's 7.
Miracle of the loaves and the fishes?
Miracle of the loaves and the fishes. Is that power over the elements? Yes, it is. I have 5,000 and the feeding of the 4,000 and 5,000.
What number are we on?
I think we're just about there, aren't we? We're on 8.
What's the issue of blood?
Issue of blood. That's the healing. That's a healing one.
It's not a miracle?
It's a miracle, but it's a healing miracle. We're doing
Power
power
over
over the elements.
Oh, my bad.
Water to wine,
Calm the sea.
calming of the sea, the catching of the fish, the figs, the barren tree, the great haul of fish of 153, feeding of 5,000, feeding of 4,000, and I got the storm be still and walks on water. How many is that?